Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another mushroom game video, also known as MapleStory for those who aren't in the know. Today's video is just going to be hopefully a short and concise explanation of what Legion artifacts are, what is artifact system, what is it, what it do, what it be. Because I've had a couple friends ask me, and I've had to explain it to them in as simple terms as I possibly can. Legion artifact is in the same screen as your Legion grid. So you open up your Legion, and here we have a couple different things. You have artifact points, you have your artifact missions, and you have your artifact tab here. So what is the artifact system as a whole? So the artifact system is replacing what Monster Life used to be. If you're in Reboot or Heroic Worlds, we were never given access to Monster Life, so it's just a new stat system for us, basically. I'm not here to talk about final damage nerfs or whatever to compensate for this. I'm just saying this is a new system for Reboot and new stats from Reboot, for Reboot at least. Works exact same in normal servers as far as I'm aware. All you do is artifact system gives you stats. You see here, my first crystal, the orange mushroom, is giving me boss damage, ignore defense, damage. The slime giving me boss damage, damage, ignore defense. You're able to choose these from this window here. You're able to choose any of the stats you want. So if I wanted to make it all stat, for example, I could just do this, for example, right? Just the first three stats that pop up. And it would take 500 artifact points to change these to whatever I want. I'm not going to do that because I already have them changed to what I want, which is boss damage, ignore defense, and damage. These have a maximum level of level 10. You'll notice that you'll see each crystal has its own level. So my orange mushroom and slime are both level 5. And in order to max out a line, it needs to be level 10. You can see that down here in the bottom right corner, the artifact bonuses. I'll have level 10 on damage, boss damage, and ignore defense, which is the maximum level. You can see it there, right there. The Legion artifact, ignore defense, master level 10. You're able to level up each crystal by simply right-clicking it, much like you're going to convert the stats. You level up the rank of the crystal. In order for me to get my stone golem to level 2 from level 1, it would cost me 1 artifact AP. To get my, what is this? It is a horny mushroom, of course. He's a very horny mushroom. To get him to level 5 from level 4, it would cost 3 artifact AP. How do you get artifact AP? You get artifact AP by leveling up your artifact level. I believe you get 1 AP per level. Don't quote me on that. Let me see if I can double check it here. Yes, so you get 1 AP per artifact level, and you get an additional artifact AP every 5 artifact levels. Makes sense. You also unlock crystals at differing levels. So this crystal will unlock at level 30, this one at level 40, this one at level 50, this one at level 60. The stats that you're able to get from these are as follows. You're able to get all stat increase, max HP, MP, attack power, magic power, or magic attack, excuse me. You're able to get damage percent, boss damage percent, ignore defense percent, buff duration, skill cooldown, a bypass chance, meso drop rate, item drop rate, critical rate, critical damage, bonus experience, status resistance, summon duration, and damage of final attack skills. In short, if you're only somebody who cares about getting the most amount of of power out of the system, the vast majority out of the system, you're only going to be looking to get your first 4 crystals unlocked, because the first 4 crystals will allow you to max out basically all of the damage stats. As you can see, I have boss damage, ignore defense, damage maxed out since they're on my first 2. My next 2 here, the horny mushroom and the stump, has all stat crit damage and a flat attack power. These are basically all of the damage stats that give you any sort of meaningful gain to your character. So once you have these 4 crystals maxed out, you're basically good. Anything else is just bonus. If you're playing some specific classes that benefit from things such as summon duration, or maybe bypass chance, buff duration, things like that, you may care more about the additional slots. But if you're just somebody who cares about getting the vast majority of the power out of the system, the first 4 crystals are really all you need to care about. And then, obviously, once you hit level 30 and you have 6 crystals, then you're able to max out an additional 3 things. And you can see for me, my 3 things, I'm using this slot as sort of just a fun for whatever slot, you know? I got my drop rate, I got my meso drop, I got my XP. Because I have all of the other stats that do anything for my character, so I don't really care about any of the other stats, so these 2 slots are just for whatever the fuck I want. What are artifact points? Artifact points are something that you need in order to change the stats on your crystals and extend the duration of the crystals. You'll notice there that it says stats applied until blank blank at 7/31/2024. So all that means is you just hit the extend all button. It will extend it up to 30 days from the current day. So today is the 3rd. So it'll only extend it up to the 3rd or the 2nd. And it will take 450 artifact points. This is one of the few things you can spend artifact points on. The only other thing you can spend artifact points on are changing your crystal. You can also extend the duration of a single crystal if you really want. I don't know, I would just extend all, because you're going to want all the crystals. Anyways, now, the last thing. How do you level up the artifact system? Well, there's a couple different things you can do. You go here, artifact missions. You have 3 different tabs here. One of these tabs is basic things that you're going to do every day. And all of these missions reset weekly. You can see the week is about to reset here for me in 4.5 hours. And each one of these normal missions, say like logging in 1 time per week, if I do that, I'll get 100 artifact experience and 100 artifact points. I log in 2 times per week, 200, 3 times per week, 300, 4 times per week, 600. Makes sense? These are very simple missions. They're the normal missions. You also have the same thing here for boss missions, okay? And again, for bossing, you can only apply the highest 3 bosses you can kill will give you experience. So you can't just go through the entire list and get a bunch of experience from killing a bunch of bosses. Only the top 3 bosses will count towards your artifact. So if I were to say kill Hard Hilla, Chaos Pink Bean, and Normal Cygnus, and then later on I killed Hard Lucid, Hard Will, Normal Vihilla, I would still get the 800, like the 800 experience and 800 artifact points from killing the harder bosses. It would just give me the difference between the point difference between Hard Hilla, Pink Bean, and Cygnus. Does that make sense? And then the special tab is the last tab that can give you experience. This is the tab that can only give you experience. You can see you don't get artifact points from it. This is how people level up their artifact level pretty quickly. If you want to target level it, this is what you do. You go through the specials. Excuse me. Basically, this is a bunch of questing stuff, typically. You see, complete a bunch of different area quests, complete theme dungeon quests, and then if we scroll all the way down, you'll see some special stuff, such as class quests, Black Heaven, Heroes of Maple, Friend Story, and then defeating bosses for the first time. And then last but not least, so you have some arcane symbols, sacred symbols. You have some of this stuff here. Liberation stuff, Mulung Dojo Undersea Tower, specific quest lines, explorer medals, monster collection, and then jump quests. So basically, if you want to target level, you can go through the special tab and work through these. If you're somebody who doesn't care about just getting it when you get it, then you'll eventually work towards it just through the normal weekly boss stuff. But that's it. The system's really easy to understand, and you get most of the power out of it from the first 4 crystals if you pick damage stats, which I highly recommend you do. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.